Hey there and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the functional trainer bent over row, and we're going to be taking a supinated grip, which means that your palms are going to be facing up with this exercise. It's a great exercise for your back. Let me show you guys how to set up. First thing you're going to want to do with the height of your cable is to put it all the way down to the bottom. I'm just showing you how to move it here. Then your rotation arm, you want to put that around a 1. That way you're inside the machine as much as possible and not in the middle of the gym floor. Then the next thing you want to do is make sure that you choose the appropriate weight. Make sure to start off light, where you can do 20 repetitions comfortably, and then slowly start to increase the weight from there. Once you do that, you're going to take a little step back, feet around shoulder width apart, bend at the knees and the hips. You want to be bending over where your torso is at around 45 degrees or so. And then with your back nice and straight, you're going to be pulling straight to your belly button. Also make sure that you keep your elbows nice and tucked. But before we continue, here's a word from today's video sponsor.
I'm today's video sponsor, and if you'd like help losing fat or gaining muscle, there are a few ways I can help you down below. Either set up a free consultation with us, purchase through one of our free affiliate links, or purchase one of our instant access affordable training programs. Can't wait to be of service to you. Now let's get back to the rest of the video.
Another key thing that you want to make sure you're doing is focusing on scapular protraction as well as scapular retraction. So basically your shoulders are coming forward, then your shoulders are coming back. And what that does is it allows you to recruit as much muscle fibers as possible when you're doing this exercise, so you can get the most benefit from it and build muscle in those areas. So basically what that means is when you're protracting your shoulders, your scapula, you're allowing the weight to come forward and stretch your back. So right there, you're stretching. Again, right there, you're stretching. Right there, you're stretching. And then when you're bringing the weight back, you're contracting. So you're contracting your back by squeezing your shoulder blades back. Imagine like a penny in between your shoulder blades. And you're basically thinking about squeezing that penny as hard as you can with your elbows as tucked in as you can. The good thing about taking a supinated grip is that your elbows will naturally stay close to your sides. It actually takes more work to push your elbows out than it does to just keep them in the first place. And ideally, when you're doing the vast majority of rows, you want to make sure that your elbows are tucked in, because that's just the safest position for your shoulder. And you also get an incredible contraction on your back, as opposed to keeping your elbows out, where you're going to be recruiting more of kind of like the rear delts or higher back muscles. Another key thing I want you guys to think about is making sure that you keep your core tight and your back flat. Your back has to stay flat. If not, then it starts becoming a very dangerous exercise, especially for those with, pre-existing lower back problems or any type of back surgery. Make sure you keep your back flat. Also keep your chin tucked, because if you have your head up and you're looking up, you're naturally just going to want to keep standing up as you're doing this exercise instead of just maintaining that torso angle. So here's some common mistakes. This is what I don't want you to do. Changing your torso angle as you're doing the exercise. From something that starts off like a row, then ends up like a shrug, is obviously, that's a completely different thing. You shouldn't do that. Another key thing is that you don't want to be doing half reps, whether it's at the bottom or even at the top of the range. You want to go all the way down, stretch your back, and then all the way up and contract your back. Just keep things simple, guys. Next thing is make sure you keep your chin tucked. That way you don't put any unnecessary strain on your neck. And then lastly, don't round your lower back or upper back like this, or you will get injured.